The producers of The Valley Season 3 thought nobody would notice what they did when they announced Jax Taylor is out and Brittany is taking over as the lead. They were wrong. We noticed everything. This casting decision just flipped the entire show upside down, and most fans are completely missing what this actually means for the future of the series. And I'm about to break down every single second of it. In the next 12 minutes, you're going to find out exactly why Jax is out, how Brittany went from supporting cast to the main character, what this means for the rest of the cast dynamics, and why this might actually save the show or completely destroy it. There's also a major detail about the production timeline that explains so much about their divorce, and when you hear it, you're going to rewatch both seasons completely differently. If you watch The Valley, or if you're a Vanderpump Rules fan, this is required viewing because everything just changed. Welcome back to Spill TV, where we give you all the reality TV tea you need. If you love The Valley, Vanderpump Rules, or any Bravo drama, make sure you're subscribed because we break down every episode, every scandal, and every behind-the-scenes mess. Hit that notification bell so you don't miss a single upload. All right, so the news just dropped 2 days ago, and Bravo fans are losing their absolute minds. The Valley Season 3 is officially happening, and Jax Taylor will not be returning. Instead, Brittany Cartwright is being positioned as the central cast member, and the whole show is reportedly being restructured around her storyline. This is massive, this is unprecedented, and this is messy in the best reality TV way possible. Let me give you the background real quick. The Valley premiered as a spin-off of Vanderpump Rules, focusing on Jax and Brittany's life in the suburbs with their new parent friend group. Season 1 was all about them adjusting to parenthood, their marriage struggles, and the drama with their neighbors who are also former Vanderpump cast and new faces. Jax was positioned as the main character because, let's be real, he's always been the main character everywhere he goes. Love him or hate him, he drives storylines. Season 2 got darker. The cracks in Jax and Brittany's marriage became the central plot. Every episode showed them fighting, going to therapy, taking breaks, getting back together. It was uncomfortable to watch at times, but it was also compelling television. Fans were split on whether they felt bad for Brittany or thought she should have left years ago. By the end of Season 2, they announced a separation, and everyone assumed that was the end of the Valley, or at least the end of them as a couple on the show. But production had other plans. But wait, it gets so much worse. Stay with me. So here's what we know about why Jax is out. According to multiple sources, Jax wanted full creative control over how his storyline was portrayed in Season 3. He wanted approval over what footage could be used, what conversations could air, and how he was edited. Basically, he wanted to control the narrative. Bravo said, absolutely not. Reality TV doesn't work that way. You sign the contract, you give up control. That's the deal. Jax refused to back down, and Bravo refused to give in. So, they parted ways. Now, some people are saying Jax quit. Some people are saying Bravo fired him. The truth is probably somewhere in the middle. But what matters is he's gone, and Bravo decided the show is more interesting without him. And honestly, they might be right, because Brittany without Jax is a completely different story. She's no longer the wife standing by her messy husband. She's now the single mom navigating life after a toxic marriage. That's a whole new show. The rest of the cast is staying. Jesse and Michelle are back. Kristen Doty is back. Danny and Nia are back, and they're adding 2 new cast members who are reportedly friends of Brittany from her Kentucky days. So the show's expanding Brittany's world while completely removing Jax from the picture. It's a bold move. It could flop, or it could be the best decision Bravo has made in years. Fans are divided on this. Some people are saying, finally, Brittany gets to shine without being overshadowed by Jax's chaos. Some people are saying the show was only interesting because of Jax, and without him, it's going to be boring. Some people are saying this is Bravo's way of punishing Jax for being difficult to work with. And some people are conspiracy theorizing that this was always the plan and the whole divorce was orchestrated for a Season 3 storyline. Okay, I need you to focus because this part changes everything we thought we knew. Here's the detail that's making people question everything: the timeline. Jax and Brittany announced their separation in February. Filming for The Valley Season 2 wrapped in December, which means they were already separated, or at least seriously considering it, while they were still filming as a couple. Now go back and rewatch those final episodes knowing that. Every conversation hits differently. Every therapy session feels staged. Every "I love you" feels like a lie for the cameras. And here's the kicker. Sources close to production are saying Bravo knew about the separation before it was announced publicly. They knew Jax and Brittany were done, and they started planning Season 3 around Brittany as the lead before the separation was even confirmed. That means this wasn't a reactive decision. This was calculated. Bravo saw an opportunity to rebrand the show, and they took it. Now let's talk about what this means for the actual content of Season 3. Brittany is going to be dating. That's confirmed. Production wants to show her getting back out there, meeting new people, figuring out who she is outside of being Jax's wife. That's going to be fascinating to watch, because Brittany has been with Jax since she was, 25? She's never had an independent adult life on camera. This is uncharted territory for her. The cast dynamics are also going to shift completely. Jax was the alpha of the group, whether people liked him or not. He controlled conversations. He started drama. He made alliances and enemies. Without him, someone else has to fill that role. My guess is Kristen steps up, because she's never been afraid of confrontation. And she has her own issues with Jax that could carry over into how she interacts with Brittany. Or maybe one of the new cast members comes in as a pot stirrer. Either way, the energy is going to be completely different. And I haven't even gotten to the part that broke the internet yet. Jax is not staying quiet about this. He's been posting cryptic messages on Instagram. He did an interview where he said he has no regrets about leaving the show, and he's focusing on his son and his mental health. But he also said, and I quote, "The truth about what really happened will come out eventually, and people are going to be shocked." What does that mean? What truth? Is he implying that Bravo forced him out? Is he saying Brittany did something shady behind the scenes? Nobody knows, but that comment has the rumor mill spinning. Brittany, on the other hand, is playing it classy. She posted a statement saying she's grateful for the opportunity to continue sharing her story, and she's excited for fans to see this new chapter. She thanked Bravo, she thanked the cast, she didn't mention Jax at all. That silence speaks volumes. She's moving on, and she wants everyone to know it. The rest of the cast has been supportive publicly. Kristen commented on Brittany's post with a bunch of heart emojis. Jesse posted a story saying Season 3 is going to be the best one yet. Michelle said she's proud of Brittany for taking this step. It's all very kumbaya on social media, but you know behind the scenes there are opinions and tensions that we're going to see play out on camera. Now, here's the big question. Can the Valley survive without Jax? He was the reason a lot of people tuned in. He's messy, he's controversial, he's a reality TV villain that people love to hate. Removing him is a risk, but it's also a risk that could pay off massively if Brittany steps into her own as a leading lady. She has the sympathy of the audience, she has a compelling storyline, and she has nothing to lose at this point, which makes for great television. We are not even at the craziest part yet. Keep watching. There are rumors that Jax is in talks to do a different show. Some people are saying he's being considered for The Traitors. Some people are saying he's pitching his own project to a different network. Some people are saying he's going to start a podcast and spill all the Bravo tea he's not allowed to talk about while under contract. If any of that happens, it's going to create a whole side narrative that runs parallel to The Valley, and that benefits both him and the show through the drama. There's also speculation that Jax could make guest appearances on The Valley even though he's not a main cast member. Maybe he shows up for co-parenting scenes with Brittany. Maybe he crashes a group event and causes chaos. Bravo loves a good surprise cameo, and Jax showing up unannounced would be peak reality TV. I don't think that's going to happen based on how messy the split was, but never say never with this franchise. Here's my take. I think this is the right move for Brittany, and I think it's the right move for the show. Jax has been the center of attention for over a decade between Vanderpump Rules and The Valley. We've seen every version of him. We know who he is. Brittany has always been in his shadow, and now she finally gets to step into the light. That's interesting. That's fresh. That's a story worth watching. Do I think the show will have the same chaotic energy without Jax? No. But I think it could have a different kind of energy that's just as compelling. Instead of manufactured blow-up fights, we might get real emotional growth. Instead of toxic masculinity drama, we might get genuine female friendship and empowerment. And if Bravo plays it right, this could be a whole new era for The Valley that attracts a different audience while keeping the core fans engaged. The ratings for Season 3 are going to be very telling. If they go up, Bravo made the right call and proved that Brittany can carry a show. If they tank, they'll probably cancel it and chalk it up as an experiment that didn't work. Either way, this is a defining moment for the franchise and for Brittany's career in reality TV. Tell me in the comments, do you think The Valley can survive without Jax? Or is this the beginning of the end? Are you Team Brittany taking over, or do you think the show needs Jax to be interesting? I genuinely want to know where the fanbase stands on this because opinions are all over the place. Let me wrap this up. The Valley Season 3 is happening without Jax Taylor, and Brittany Cartwright is now the lead. This is a massive shift that changes the entire identity of the show. Jax is out due to creative differences with Bravo. Brittany is stepping into her own storyline as a single mom moving on from a toxic marriage. The rest of the cast is returning, and new faces are being added. Filming starts soon, and based on everything we know, this season is going to be completely different from the first two. If you want updates on The Valley as Season 3 develops, make sure you're subscribed to Spill TV, because we're covering every casting announcement, every filming sighting, and every piece of tea that drops. Smash that like button if you enjoyed this breakdown, and drop your predictions in the comments because I love reading your theories and hot takes. This is Spill TV, and The Valley just changed forever.